Okay, well, happy Monday to everybody. Welcome. I am fully back from vacation. You can see I'm a little tan. I even took some time this weekend and goofed off a little bit more. I wouldn't call it goofing off. I would call it rejuvenating. Took some really, really great walks, 5+ miles each day. So I am nice and tan and rested. But again, we're not here to talk about my vacations. We're here to talk about you and your medical practice, more so you running it like a business. So today, what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start revealing to you what I call the commandments. I have 10 commandments, if you will, of what it takes to run a profitable medical practice. Again, it doesn't matter if you are insurance-based, cash-based, or you are looking to add cash-based practices to your insurance business. We have the resources and the answers. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be talking specifically about our first commandment. Now, before I talk about the first commandment, you have to understand a little bit about me. I love college football. Now, I'm not a big NFL fan. In fact, I'll actually spend during college football season, Saturdays watching college football. And then on Sundays, I'll actually go play golf because there's very few people on the golf courses. I enjoy pro football. I'll go to games. I'm a Bears fan. I'm a Carolina Panthers fan because I live in Charlotte and I grew up in Chicago. But really, I'm a college football fan. I love college football. I lived in Baton Rouge. I'm a big LSU fan. I'm a big SEC fan. And I spent a lot of time watching those coaches and studying. I find it incredibly fascinating. And, when I was at LSU, I didn't attend there, but I did some work down there. Nick Saban was the head coach, and we won our first national championship in quite some time when Nick was there. And so even though he's at Alabama, I still follow him, and I've read all of his books, and he talks specifically about the process, okay? And I'm going to talk about what that process is. But when I owned my own practices, I used to have this debate constantly, okay? And that debate is this. Ready? Here we go. I'm going to put up the green sheet. Okay? Are you focused on the outcome, or are you focused on the process? Okay, so let me explain. When you have a cash-based practice, you traditionally are going to be focused on the outcome, right? So how many sales did we make that day? How much revenue did we have that day? Those kind of things. Well, the reality is all of that is a result of the process. And so, with 40 employees, we talked extensively about the process. Let me give you an example. We knew that the process would be, did we have so many phone calls? Did we have so many booking percentages? How many people showed? All of those steps in the process are actually what led us to be successful. Now, what were the things that we had to do each and every single day? And so we define that by each and every position. What did we have to do each and every single day in order for us to hit our numbers? So we still focused on the numbers. Obviously, we wanted the result of winning and hitting our numbers and being profitable and all of that. But instead of just focusing on the outcome, what we did is we focused on the process, okay? Now, here is for something that I really want you to think about. I'm going to put it in a medical term, okay? Let's say that you have a patient that comes in that is 300 pounds, they're 5'9", 5'10", they're type 2 diabetic, they have high cholesterol, they have high blood pressure, okay? So what you normally do, right, is you prescribe them pills, okay? So what we want to do is we want to get their numbers down so that they're in line. That is focusing on the outcome. Those are perfectly fine, right? I mean, again, you're the doctors. I'm just using this as an example. If I was going to focus on the process with the patient, what I would do is, in addition to those things, is we would focus more on the process of getting the weight down. What are the things that we need to do in order to get the weight down? What are the things that we need to do in order to make all of these things go away, to make them no longer diabetic and dependent upon medication, okay? So here's my question for you, is are you more outcome focused or are you more process focused? And if you're more process focused, congratulations. But if you're not getting the results that you want, then we need to take a look at your processes. And I'm not talking about necessarily how you check people in, okay? I'm not necessarily talking about how you do the procedure. Okay, that's not the kind of process I'm talking about. I'm talking about the process that your team does each and every single day to ensure that they're going to hit their numbers, okay? So this is my first commandment, okay? So my first commandment is this. First commandment, focus on the process, okay? Focus on the process. So let me give you some more examples of this, okay? I know, well, let me give you a couple of other examples. You'll see out there that there are people who will say, I can guarantee that I'm going to generate 20 new leads a week for your medical practice. Now that sounds great, okay? That's the outcome that you want. But the problem with most medical practices is they don't have a process by which to convert those, okay? They get the leads, but they don't think that they're all that great because they're not automatically buyers. You have to take people through a process in order for them to convert. Everything has to go through a process. How you take people through a process to get them to convert to buy procedures or to do business with you, I mean, because that's what you're doing is, you're not running a medical practice anymore. You're running a business, okay? And so you have to really just say really clearly, are you focusing on the process that's going to let you win? It's that simple, okay? You've got to be disciplined to do the things each and every single day, just like when you were in med school. You have to do things each and every single day in order for you to become a doctor, okay? You had to study each and every single day. You had to read so much each and every single day. You had to do specific things each and every single day. Well, it's the same thing in your business. It just happens to be business-oriented stuff, okay? So that's the first commandment. Focus on the process. It's always focus on the process. So there you go for your Monday morning. That is the first commandment. Post any comments below. And if you're in our LinkedIn group, post comments below, give it a like, and I look forward to sharing our next commandment with you in the next day or two. Thanks.